So, do you enjoy your app-based games on your smartphone with microtransactions? Guess what? Robocraft has introduced the same thing for us all to enjoy! Welcome to the Epic Loot Edition to Robocraft, our official biggest update we've had yet.
Hashtag it epic! Oh yeah!
Anyway, on a more serious note, we are going to be talking about the patch notes that were released along with the update and some footage of us playing and having fun with it. And here I am joined with Dot.
I'm Dot.
So basically the largest change that we're having in Robocraft now is the fact that the money system has been basically replaced with Robits, and we get crates based on how well you performed each match.
So basically, it really seems not to matter too much on what type of crate you get. We got a bronze crate, got 2 epic items. Got a diamond crate, really didn't get that much.
Now, I'm sure that even though the crates may be lower quality, if you had protonium crates, you most likely, I'd hope, have a higher chance of getting better items. But in the short time we've been playing today, we did not see that at all.
And you also get a daily crate. Each time you sign on, you get a bonus. And it gets better every time you sign on. So if you sign on 7 days straight, the 7th day, 6th day around there, you should get a protonium crate, which is a higher chance of epic items. And if you get junk items you don't want, well, you can recycle and forge them. Basically, take the junk stuff, recycle it for robits, and buy stuff you want, and you can forge it into new weapons with the robits and stuff. That's pretty much it.
Although more important to me, and I'm sure Dot, is the fact that there was tons of balance changes in the game, and most importantly, all blocks basically had 25% health buff, including a lot of weapons and forms of movement.
Well, everything except my rotors and stuff that I like to be in the air with. They're already weak. But now, since everything's gotten buffed, they're literally second to the weakest item in the game, being beat only by hover blades. Even the little spider legs are healthier than them now. That's saddening. And my helicopter gets shot down. Tears.
So there was a lot of changes to many weapons though, including SMGs and the railguns. Railguns do a lot of damage now, but they can only fire in bursts of 3 for the most part, which is very interesting. When I was hovering around the forums, a lot of people were screaming overpowered and broken, although on the first day like this I kind of want to hold back my thoughts on that until a later date. But the SMG change was pretty dramatic for me. I tend to like throwing on SMGs on my planes and stuff. So I tried SMGs on my plane. The high tier SMGs, they have very low accuracy, and they fire really slow even though their damage is good. So I tried the smaller ones because they supposedly have similar damage now, and they fired very quickly for sure. But their accuracy was even worse than the large ones, which I found very difficult to believe, and I'm sure there's a clip playing about now of me attempting to fire at a sniper in vain with my SMGs.
And personally for me, I like being in the air and using plasmas, and the things I saw that were different was more energy consumption, and they seem to be a little % less effective than they used to be. I used to take my little helicopter around, find a poor innocent bot, take it out, usually sometimes with full barrage, but they seem to be taking a lot more energy, so you're finding yourself shooting a full barrage, running away, and waiting a while until you reload.
And as you like things in the air nonstop, I really do enjoy flying planes once in a while, but my favorite thing is being a spider crawling around Donkey Kong Country 64. What am I talking about? I was talking about how I prefer spiders on the ground with railguns, and I have preferred this for a long time since the game even started. I don't know why I was drawn to it. Maybe it's because I'm a big wimp who likes hiding in the background, shooting innocent people myself. But now it feels awkward because I'm shooting 3 shots and they hurt. And they hurt a lot, but it's unsatisfying because I missed I could fire 6 times, and if I was very accurate, I could fully disarm a bot. Now the challenge is no longer there. I just shoot 3 times in the middle and 9 times out of 10 it's dead, so there's that.
Yeah, snipers tend to be a problem, but where should I start? First with the update with the anti-air, made it harder for me to be, so I had to reform my helicopter. And with this recent buff, and snipers are now a problem again, but I like this buff and health and everything, but can't like Free Jam give a little love to the little rotor guys up there? We're trying our best. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just complaining about it. It's a fun movement. It has its advantages, hovering in one spot, being able to go up and down quickly to dodge fire, but it feels like with the anti-air update and the buff on the ground, so they're harder to kill, that it seems like air's getting more and more. You have to be tactical and can't just rush in. I love doing that, just rushing in and being OP.
It's a real shame that you have to use your brain now to operate.
Oh, I needed one of those. Whoops.
And speaking of more changes, something that's confused me greatly over the duration of Robocraft was the release of the Proto-Seeker. How could they make something on release more annoying than the missiles on release day? That lock-on sound. But regardless, you saw the video. My first video I made about the Proto-Seeker, before they nerfed the range, you could fire distances like the sniper rifle could, and it homed, and it fired wherever you wanted it to go. And it'd do some crazy, curving, weird shenanigans to get there. Then, they reduced the range, and then made it a lot like similar damage to SMG, but now since this update, when I was messing around with it a little, it felt kind of pointless.
And I love that little Proto-Seeker thing. I needed something to be able to take out those annoying mech legs and those annoying drones in the sky. When it first came out, put it on my helicopter and used it as a secondary, but I only used it to poke. Then it got buffed a little bit, damage was a little stronger, and I really used it as a finisher. But then there was this minor patch where people were complaining it's too strong, it's too annoying, and it got reduced 15% on regular bots items, but 50% on shields, to where, like Fire Zappy says, it's pretty much a 100 CPU flop thing cost trinket than it really is a weapon. Should they keep it? Should they not? I wish they'd buff it a little. I don't know.
So I've stated most of my thoughts about what I thought about the update, so I am not particularly against where it's going in a way. As long as I can still get my items, I have not personally played long enough to see how long it takes to recycle parts, to get new parts, and how much more difficult it will be. As long as the formula doesn't change too much, I think I'm going to continue playing the game for now, and we'll see how much it changes. For all we know, it might get really good soon, so I'm going to stick with it for now. Personally,
I'm 50-50 on this update. There's some things I enjoyed, like cubes getting more health. I like the damage buff. Would like to see a little rotor buff, Free Jam. But at any rate, it wasn't a bad update. It seems more app-based, but it seems more rewarding after each battle. You get items for your wins. I'm hoping it gets better before it becomes beta, but I don't know. It seems good right now, and I'll continue to play.
So anyway, this was Fire Zappy.
Stat.
So until next time, we're signing off. Bye-bye.
Or getting your cheeseburger from a drive-thru with just spit on it.
Thanks. Yeah.
Or if you high-fived your friend, I mean, you knock out your friend, like, wow, bang!
Honestly, you have decent control over it in this game. Maybe.